Well, I believe that entrepreneurs are the backbone of our economy. I am passionate about entrepreneurs. I am passionate about business. I'm passionate about just what business owners give back to their families. The reason that we are business owners is we want flexibility and we want freedom. And so having gone through this journey of watching my family build businesses from the ground up, building a business myself underneath their guidance from the ground up, selling it to private equity at a pretty young age, and then working in an enterprise level system, I got to see all angles of business. I got to see the corporate side. I got to work in the corporate side. I got to work in franchising. I got to sell franchises. I got to see all the elements of soup to nuts business. And what I decided as a wife and a mother was, why can't a local entrepreneur have enterprise level support systems and success? And that is what caused me to relaunch my LLC in 2021 and go, no, I'm not going to sacrifice time with my kids. I'm not going to sacrifice. I mean, in private equity, you are a road warrior and you are a number on a spreadsheet. Yep. It is not personal and it is not sexy. And it is, I miss the American airline points. Let's be honest. I mean, corporate travel is great when you're platinum.
Welcome to the McKinney Podcast, the show that celebrates what makes McKinney unique by nature. This podcast exists to spotlight the people, the organizations, and the events that shape our great city. You can count on every episode to tell a compelling story and help increase your awareness and perspective on what's happening around McKinney. Your hosts for this fun-filled adventure are Fred Mahusay, owner of FredShots Photography, and James Jenkins, CEO of RiskWell. Connect with us on YouTube and on our website, McKinneyPodcast.com. Now, let's get into it. Welcome to the McKinney Podcast, where we celebrate what makes McKinney the most amazing place ever. Celebrate what makes us unique by nature. I totally botched that opening.
That's all good, because you know what? Yesterday at the McKinney Chamber of Commerce Links meeting, someone came up to me asking about the podcast, and the guy was like, so do they have something like this in the other surrounding communities?
Oh.
No.
And I looked at him, I was like, I don't think so. I said, but that's what makes unique by nature, and the best of the best are right here in McKinney.
Because McKinney leads. We don't follow.
That's true.
We lead.
Yeah, there was a guy that did it in Allen, but he's not with us anymore.
Yes. Yeah, but he wasn't Allen specific though, and we salute Frito.
Yes.
We respect Frito.
Mark, I miss you, man. Yeah.
Good
old Mark Friedman. God rest his soul.
That's right.
He was part of the inspiration for the McKinney Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was doing stuff in Allen at the time. And I'm looking around my city going, where's the podcast that's celebrating McKinney and the people that make it amazing? And there wasn't one.
Nope.
So we started it, and there we are.
I love that.
More than 100 episodes later. Yeah, we started on May 7th of 2024. So, yeah, here we are. Like 103, 104 episodes. I did a really bad job of celebrating it when it happened. I don't know who our 100th episode was. But, yeah, sorry, we failed to celebrate that. Not very good at marketing. Amber can help us out.
Missed opportunity. That's okay.
No
you
kidding.
Can repurpose content. We can get back to that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. And you actually came to mind when I announced to Fred and Elizabeth that I was going to self-fund a big marketing push and start getting actual like pay-per-click ads and start getting us positioned in front of people that don't exist in the circle that Fred and I cohabitate. Is the problem when your co-host comes from the same circle that you are is your podcast doesn't exactly have the best reach because you and your co-host basically know the same people. So I really should have found someone that was in a different circle than me.
I don't know,
But I'm just stuck with you apparently.
That's right. So I'm like luggage. You can't get rid of me.
Nah, you're like that Louis Vuitton trunk.
No, well,
it's eternal.
You put me way too high. I was thinking
immortal.
more like Samsonite or the stuff with the Swiss Army logo at Walmart.
No, you got to aim high. You got to aim higher.
You got to think better of yourself, there, Fred.
Your quality.
I just keep it humble. Keep
Although
it humble.
There's nothing wrong with a good Swiss Army knife.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to confess a little bit of ignorance. Do I say your last name Farrell or Farrell?
So it depends on how fancy you want to sound. So the family is definitely Farrell, but they came from South Texas. So this generation, it's
Farrell.
Feral.
So
But not
feral,
like
feral.
but not like cats. Not feral.
No, I mean, my spirit animal is a raccoon.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's appropriate that my last name is now Farrell.
That's cat adjacent.
I mean, it is. Yeah.
Sometimes it identifies as a cat. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. Raccoon,
Well,
trash.
out of respect
panda.
for your family, thank you. I also call them trash
They
pandas.
are trash pandas.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
And you've never seen an animal get as pissy as you will see a raccoon if you find it in a dumpster when it can't get out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or when you interrupt a good meal, or when you don't get caught. Oh, wait, we're talking about the raccoon. Sorry.
Not your children.
I was talking about me.
Oh. I'm not going to call you trash panda. That'd be rude.
I've been called worse.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Point me in their direction. I'll take care of that.
I appreciate
little
that.
knuckle sandwich.
You and my 9-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Asher.
Asher Ace.
Asher Ace.
Asher Ace.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
You're setting him up for success, aren't you?
I'm doing my best.
Good deal.
I'm trying.
This is a Seinfeld episode right now.
It
We're
is.
literally talking about nothing.
When your mother is
Wow.
a trash panda.
Wow. If we had titles for these episodes, that might be it. When your mother is a trash panda. So, yeah, he'd probably laugh at that, I think.
Therapy and life in McKinney.
That's right.
Okay, so Farrell, not Gage anymore, now
No.
Farrell.
Yep.
Okay. Last time you and I spoke, you were getting a marketing firm off the ground. You were doing a book launch.
Yes.
You were doing a whole bunch of stuff. Elizabeth actually brought her in the first time. That's how I met Amber.
Yeah.
About a year and a half ago, I think we figured it out, something like that. So what's the background? Get us caught up with how you got to this chapter of your life. Share whatever you want, whatever backstory, whatever family stuff, whatever led you to McKinney in this chapter. Fred's going to hit you with that first question we always ask.
When your feet first touched the earth, what soil was that?
Okay. There is no short answer to this question.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Story up. Let's go.
All right. So, proud McKinney native, 3rd generation entrepreneur, 6th generation McKinney native. But my humble beginnings are that when my mother graduated from college at Texas A&M University, she moved to Lafayette, Louisiana, and she was horrified that at the time her child could not be born in Texas. It was a problem, right? Because our family goes back in Texas generations upon generations. So she called an unknown contact and had them sneak down to Kyle Field and pull up AstroTurf from the sacred football field and put it underneath the mattress where I was born, so that even though I was born in Louisiana, I was born over the great Texas soil. So does that count as a native? I don't know.
Well, listen, if you're willing to risk, legal trouble, because I'm pretty sure we're not just necessarily allowed to just go.
I'm
claim
pretty
a
sure
piece
the
of the
Corps
field.
would not appreciate
Yeah.
that.
I mean, there's probably some vandalism involved, right? But the
Yeah.
statutes of limitations, I mean,
well,
we're-
how big was it?
it was just a little baggy, It was a little baggy.
It wasn't like a 4 foot by 4 foot square that you left.
Fortunately not.
There wasn't a logo in the middle of that patch
Yeah.
of square, right?
Being a proud Baylor grad and given this was Texas A&M soil, that would have been a problem. But at the time, it seemed like a good idea. So yes. So
That seems exactly like the kind of neurotically Texan behavior I would expect from your mom.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely neurotic about Texas in every way. That's what I tell
Yeah.
my son. You are a Texan first. Don't ever forget it.
right.
I feel the same way, and people give me a hard
Yes.
time. It's like,
Well, they're wrong.
I love America. I'm an American, but I'm a Texan first, and I'm an American second.
We are Texans and
Yeah.
we are McKinneyites.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the order. All right?
How long until I'm allowed to say that I'm a McKinneyite? Because I wasn't born here, but I've been here for 10 years now. Does that count?
You're coming close.
That's right.
Okay.
Listen,
close.
if people just assume it, we're not going to fight. We're not going to. There's no sense in setting the record straight on that, because
There's a
You
lot.
are or you're not.
There's
Right.
a lot of pride for people that were born here, because almost nobody who lives here was born here.
So true.
Yeah, because it's,
Mhm.
I mean, it's such a great place to be. And it's had so many immigrants come in over the years who, from Utah or New Hampshire or whatever,
Mhm.
or actual other countries, obviously, because, I mean, we have a really diverse population here.
we do.
We do.
But it's
But this is our first Texan by baggy, right?
yeah.
Texan
We've
by
had plenty
baggy.
of Texan by birth, but Texan by baggy.
I love
mean,
that. Is my latest hashtag.
Right.
Thank you, Fred.
Yeah. So
Texan
people
by
go,
baggy.
tell me
By
about that.
baggy. Yeah. I like
Okay.
it.
So you said Baylor. So at what point did you move with your family back to Texas?
Okay, so very, very quickly.
Okay.
Very quickly. So
why were you all in Louisiana? It's like 7th generation Texan, and then you're in Louisiana for a hot minute, and you're back in Texas?
We all make mistakes.
Okay.
We all make mistakes. I mean, the food is great. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the food is... Yeah. What part of Louisiana?
Lafayette.
Oh, so you're in Cajun country.
Full Cajun country.
100%.
Full Cajun. 100%. No, there's no Creole in you. It's all Cajun.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit. We still have Cajun gumbo for Christmas. Christmas gumbo.
Okay.
I have adopted LSU as my second team.
Okay. All right. I don't hate this.
No, it's... Yeah, and it's in part because the campus is so dang magical.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Wallace on our team here at RiskWell. She's a legacy. Like there's buildings on LSU's campus that have the Wallace name on them.
Okay.
And yeah, so we got the treatment, if you will, because I'd never been to an LSU game, and she was like, "Well, we have to go when Bama's in town because they're going to go bananas for that one." And they did. And then Bama spanked them, and it wasn't a good game. But the entire rest of the trip, I've never had so much great food in my life. I was like, I don't even know what some of these things are, but I'm going to eat whatever you put in front of me.
And now we're back to the trash panda aspect.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I can,
what are we eating? Right. We don't know.
Yeah. Fried is one of the food groups, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they will fry anything.
Right.
Yeah.
They will literally fry. No animal is safe. It might get fried.
No, I have a joke with my husband. If it slithers, crawls, or swims, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
Like there's no shortage. Oysters. I've had rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I've had squirrel. Yeah. I mean, my grandmother lived in Grand Cane, Louisiana for years. You know.
Oh, that's swamp country.
Oh yeah, but guess what? We ate whatever was on Mama's table.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And you didn't ask
questions.
You
knew better. You got a fresh one, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, so you go back to Texas with your family. You're a kid at this point.
Yeah.
What was it like, growing up in a family of, prominent entrepreneurs where it's just in your blood? Like mom and dad own their own company. They've got a lot of stuff going on, building this plumbing empire and whatnot.
Yeah. What did elementary or high school age Amber do? Did you do regular things, or were you hustling your classmates?
Well,
selling them individual now and laters out of the pack.
The funny thing is my son got in trouble for that at school last year. Yeah,
Okay.
like selling drawings and Pokemon stuff. Apparently they don't like that in 3rd grade. I don't know. So generational,
Lame.
entrepreneurship.
This is not McKinney ISD, right?
No, it's not McKinney.
Okay, all right.
That was the problem. That was another problem. No.
We're not saying the McKinney ISD endorses, entrepreneurialism.
In the hall.
In the hallways.
Not in the hallway.
Not in the hallway.
That's right.
Do it at lunch, man. What are you doing?
Do it on your own time. Yeah.
Recess.
No, so I mean, we weren't prominent at that time. At that time, it was a very small company that was out of our house. And so because I was homeschooled, because my parents owned one business at the time instead of several, I mean, entrepreneurship and work was a part of our daily life. So I would do school in the morning and work in the business in the afternoon. I mean, I was 8 years old and answering the phone and filing, and people thought my dad had a new secretary, and it was like, no, that's my 8-year-old. She's answering the phone. I'll tell you, my one mistake from childhood though is I asked for a puppy. Mm-hmm. Every kid wants a puppy,
sure,
right? Well, when you're the child of entrepreneurs and you ask for a puppy, they turn that into a learning opportunity. So they ask you to write a business plan. Mm-hmm. So I literally had to write a letter to my dad, the banker, to borrow the money to buy the dog so that then I could breed puppies and have a business and then provide a return on the investment.
Oh my gosh.
So 2 litters later, one puppy that we kept, I'm sure he regrets that. But no, instead of just a puppy, it turned into my first business. So I had to write a letter, I had to apply for the loan, I had to pay back the loan with interest, and then, that
so
came
you
in the
went
form of a
through
puppy.
loan underwriting at the age of 8 years old.
For a dachshund.
Oh man, that's an
so
interesting choice.
Were you like a good dog parent, or were you like an 8-year-old puppy mill dictator? Did you look at your dog?
Can I decline to answer?
Did you look at your dog and say,
"My client would
I'm
like
make
to
some
plead
money
the
off
fifth"?
of you"?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. No, first we had a wedding. Because we were Southern Baptists, so if you're gonna have puppies, you have to have a wedding.
That's
so
right.
we had a little wedding for the dachshunds in the backyard. It was a whole thing. It was very Southern Baptist of us.
Did you officiate? Who officiated this?
My dad, of course.
Okay, all right.
No, he officiated this dachshund wedding.
I am so confused right now. Let's get past the dog thing. I want to hear more about other things to get us to current time, because
we still
have so
have
many
40
questions.
years to go.
That's right.
I have so many questions about current day Amber and what she's up to. I want to get to that part of the story at some point.
She
Fred.
did say that it was a varied and storied past.
I am no longer breeding dogs.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to collaborate with the, running a marketing agency and being a fancy, famous author. And
well, we're talking about scaling and multiplying here at some point, right? So, buzzword. That's right.
No, but to your question, it was a great childhood. It was a great life. We learned a lot. It was school of hard knocks for sure. I did grow up in an entrepreneurial family. I did grow up having to learn everything about business, from the filing to the bookkeeping. I mean, you don't segment out your skills when you grow up in an entrepreneurial household. I mean, Fred, your boys are involved in your business for a while. You get it.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's hands on deck. It's all hands on deck. And as the plumbing companies grew, and they opened other plumbing companies, and we bought the building off of White Street in 75, and we put all the headquarters of the companies there. My parents. Then on Thanksgiving, when the Nextel two-way radios went off, and that was a thing with MAPSCOs. Dating myself, right? This is how we would dispatch the plumbers. Yeah. It was like, who's going to take it's Thanksgiving Day, and Brown Friday is the busiest day of the year for plumbers.
Brown Friday.
It's true. It's a thing. So you get up and you take the water heaters. Oh yeah. So that's real life. Brown Friday. It's the turkey carcass down the disposal, Fred. Yeah.
People are dumb.
That's right.
Yeah.
People are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Plumbers know that better than anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Insurance brokers also know that, but I think plumbers know it better than we do.
You could probably write a book of collaborated stories between some of the things you've heard and the things they've seen in insurance and plumbing. It's probably a thing.
Oh, I'm sure
market that.
There's a Venn diagram for that for sure.
Sure.
I'm just curious to know, because we talk about Black Friday retail sales numbers. Mm-hmm. What are the Brown Friday, industry numbers?
I'm sorry, but when she said Brown Friday, and I know it's in the context of plumbing, I'm just like, I'm not asking other follow-up questions because I don't know what kind of Brown Friday we're talking about here. And this episode could turn unsavory real quick if we're not careful.
Well, but listen, but for those of you who in our listening and viewing audience who have already Thanksgiving on the mind, or Thanksgiving's coming up, just remember, just because it fits down the kitchen sink drain doesn't mean it belongs in the kitchen sink drain.
That's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to make carcass stew the next day with whatever's left over from the turkey?
Yeah.
I felt like my parents did that.
Yeah.
A few times growing up.
I don't know. I've been some places where I've seen them, I'm like, you pick up your plate as you're walking to the sink, the trash can is in the way, and you scrape everything out there. So you don't have to deal with it. But I've seen people where they just go to the kitchen sink and just everything in there. And I'm like, that
plumbers love that. It's
called
called job security.
I don't think that's going anywhere, and then they sit there and, oh man, the garbage disposal acting up. I'm like,
that's why they developed the garbage disposals that can shred the whole fork.
Yes.
The 3/4 horsepower garbage disposals.
Where there's literally just
a
chainsaw underneath the sink.
Yeah.
Okay, so how in the world did you get to the point where you decided, one, I don't want to go to A&M, and I want to go to Baylor? Like, how would that choice made? Because, fun fact, my wife went to Baylor. My father-in-law was a vice president of Baylor for 20-something years.
I knew I liked your wife.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. I like her too.
She's very cool.
I have spent many, 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 many hours in the Baylor ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So it's
the Baylor bubble.
The bubble.
It's the bubble.
Not much of a bubble anymore. It's exploded in a lot of ways.
It's like a cloud.
Yeah, like a brown cloud.
Like a green and gold cloud.
Yeah, let's go with green and gold. Let's go with green and gold. Yeah. So growing up, homeschooled, finished high school at 16. Finished high school early.
Oh, you're one of those homeschool
overachiever.
Well, entrepreneurs. You gotta get this done.
No, I was a homeschool
homeschooler here.
I graduated in 2002.
I was supposed to be 2002, but 2000, 2 years early.
Okay. Oh, so we're right around the same age. You did it before it was cool. I also did it before.
Cool.
It was not cool when I did it.
Homeschooling?
Homeschooling's cool now. Like there's a lot of people are doing homeschooling now.
Yeah.
When I was homeschooled, it was not cool.
No, but we were a part of the March Homeschool Coalition. So the McKinney area, something McKinney homeschooler, Christian homeschoolers, right?
Yeah, okay.
So we were down at First Baptist McKinney, and so we would have our classes. So I'm surprised I didn't see you in the halls.
No, I lived in East Texas at the time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Podunk, Nowhereville.
Oh.
So.
Well, you got here as fast as you could.
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah.
But he's not a baggy Texan.
He's not a bag. But he is a transplant McKinney-ite.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us.
Born in Longview and lived almost all of my 41 years. Lived ever so briefly in Florida.
Okay.
And that was about it. My dad had a job there. We lived there for a few months trying to figure out what he was going to do. And then he ended up leaving that job and moving back to Texas. So, yeah, of my 42 years, I've spent 41 3/4 of them in Texas.
There you go. So see,
yeah.
you really can't argue the fact that you are a Texan.
Oh, I would never dream of it. I'm literally wearing a shirt right now that has the shape of Texas on it. I have Texas on my arm. Yeah. I would never. And there's the little star from McKinney.
I was going to say, now where's McKinney? Okay, it's
right
represented.
Yep.
Oh, but also so is the tree from the Pine Curtain.
The Piney
Woods.
Yeah,
the Pine Curtain.
Because I spent 7 years in East Texas, went to Stephen F. Austin, graduated from there. But this episode is not about me. It's about you, Miss Baylor grad.
But it's about all of us McKinney people and how we came.
I was a normal homeschooler, and I graduated at 18.
Okay.
Because I was too busy going to the gym and hanging out with my friends.
Oh, okay.
I did school for like 2 or 3 hours a day.
That's about it. That's all any of us did.
Yeah.
It's 2 or 3 hours a day and we were done.
Yeah. That part was cool.
Yeah, that part was fun.
But did you get a nap? Were you allowed to take naps in homeschool?
No, we were entrepreneurs, Fred. We worked.
Oh, that's right.
We don't have time for napping.
That's right.
Okay, so how'd you get to the Baylor chapter?
Okay.
How did you choose Baylor? Because you're a good Christian girl, and so Baylor was high on the list, or was there other things involved?
No, actually, it was very competitive. So I always did competitive music. So I have a degree in voice, in opera, and singing. And so homeschooling, growing up in that way, I spent hours and hours and hours traveling, doing piano and doing music.
Okay.
So that is what took me to Baylor. I wanted to be an opera singer. I wanted to be a performance major. So Baylor has a great school of music.
Do.
So I graduated from there and did vocal performance and a minor in piano.
With your goal of being what?
Opera singer. I wanted to sing opera.
So how did entrepreneurial parents look at the opera singer goal of yours?
Have fun, sweetie. Good luck. They put me on a plane at 16 and said, have fun.
Did they just hit you with the, bless your heart?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
What happened when you hit the cold rocks of reality and realized that it's incredibly difficult to make a career out of that?
I went home and worked in the family plumbing company.
Okay.
Yeah,
I figured that was going to be part of the story.
Yeah.
Did you go to New York City or LA or what?
I sang a lot in Europe.
Okay.
A lot in Europe. A lot of time in Vienna.
The Opera House.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. That's where opera singers go. Like that's your Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That must have been something.
It was great. Spent a lot of time in Europe.
Wow.
Loved it. Yeah.
I imagine the acoustics of a 300-year-old opera house are pretty phenomenal.
I'll tell you that the Austrians do not approve of breathing, moving, or coughing in the audience when there is any kind of performance going on. Like you are the most stoic. They are the most respectful audience in the world.
Wow.
When you are singing, when you're performing, anything. I mean, you look out and they don't move. And if someone next to them coughs, I mean, it's like they shame them, like Catholic level guilt. It's like, you coughed. She was singing and you coughed.
How dare you cough?
You don't do it.
Full eyeball of shame, or do you get full finger of shame?
Oh, I mean, that's cough number 2.
Full glare.
Oh, that's right. You're not allowed to move, really, I suppose, you know.
First it's the eyes, and then it's the...
Right. Yeah. Man.
I am learning so much about Vienna and that part of Austria because we're listening to the 57-hour-long audiobook of The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. I didn't realize before this that Hitler was actually born in Austria.
Oh, yeah.
He's an Austrian by heritage. And he spent several years as a vagrant living on the streets and sleeping in hostels as a young person before he moved to Germany. I was like, I had no idea. And Hitler called Vienna home for several years growing up. I was like, talking about Vienna and the Opera House, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in the book about Austria. And it was just Never knew.
It's a wonderful, wonderful place. I think everyone who has the opportunity should spend time abroad because it changes your worldview forever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fantastic to see other countries, other cultures, other opportunities. So
now, did you just visit there or did you live there?
We were there for extended periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a part of the Ames Institute, the International Austrian Musical Institute, as a part of the Bosendorfer Academy over there. So we spent a lot of time in Austria and in all the other countries, Italy. Yeah. So it was a great educational experience.
And did you fancy yourself moving to Europe and living over there?
I really didn't. I have a lot of friends that are still there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of friends that are still in the music industry. It was a very nomadic lifestyle. And being a Texan, being a girl from McKinney, that wasn't the way that I really wanted to live my life. I wanted to put down roots. I wanted to raise a family.
Mm-hmm.
Loved the culture, loved the opportunity. But Dallas has such a wonderful cultural, life anyway, that I knew I wanted to come home.
Yeah, because they probably don't serve too much barbecue or guac over there,
Or
right?
iced tea.
Or iced tea.
Yeah,
or
they
ice
laugh at
in
you.
anything.
That's
Ice in
right.
anything.
They don't
That's
really
right.
put ice in any drinks
No.
over there.
Yeah. No.
Mm.
So music was great. It certainly gave me a performance mentality, a drive, a mindset to achieve. But then coming back and then working in the family companies and then working in pretty much every area of the business that I could do, I mean, I'm not an accountant. I can't run an accounting department, But that is what allowed me to then start my own company in 2013. Then I sold my company in 2018, and then I left the family businesses when I sold my company to private equity in 2018, and then worked at a Buckhead, Atlanta, for quite some time.
Oh,
So that's when I left the family business in 2018 and decided to take the roots and
Had to flap your wings.
go on my own. Yeah.
did you pick up golf while you were there?
No, but my son is an avid golfer.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
golfs 3 times a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He loves golf.
And you
Okay,
not so,
dude.
but you not so much.
I mean, I like drinking Chardonnay in the cart. Does that count?
I mean, that totally counts.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a very supportive mother.
You're a
I
passenger
support,
princess.
There you go.
I
Passenger
support
princess.
his endeavors.
Are you taking him to the
No.
Byron this weekend?
Yes,
that is this weekend,
we
right?
are going.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
this weekend.
We'll,
Okay.
we'll be there tomorrow on Friday.
There you go. All right. Well, but then we'll pray against the rain that, I looked at the
Oh,
app
it's going to
and
be
said-
raining
Oh.
most of today.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
probably raining right now
Yeah,
outside.
there were
Yeah.
a couple sprinkles on the windshield when I was pulling up. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
So I want to give you plenty of room to talk about the current endeavors. You launched a marketing firm, and let's hear about that. How did you decide, after all the other stuff that you've done entrepreneurially? You're in Buckhead, that's Georgia, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
in Atlanta.
Yeah, I was like outside of Atlanta, I think. I did want to assume because it's like there might be a Buckhead, South Carolina. Who knows?
There might be. There probably
Yeah,
is.
I don't know.
Let's be
There's probably
honest.
one in
That
Texas.
sounds like a
We should Google it.
a South Carolina kind of city. One, how'd you get back to Texas, or did just the magnetism of McKinney draw you back somehow? And then I want to hear how you chose to do what you're doing, because I mean, when entrepreneurial energy is in your blood, it's always a curious thing. Is like, how do you choose where to direct this drive inside of you and contain it within whatever industry you pick?
Well, I believe that entrepreneurs are the backbone of our economy. I am passionate about entrepreneurs. I am passionate about business. I'm passionate about just what business owners give back to their families. The reason that we are business owners is we want flexibility and we want freedom. And so having gone through this journey of watching my family build businesses from the ground up, building a business myself underneath their guidance from the ground up, selling it to private equity at a pretty young age, and then working in an enterprise level system, I got to see all angles of business. I got to see the corporate side. I got to work in the corporate side. I got to work in franchising. I got to sell franchises. I got to see all the elements of soup to nuts business. And what I decided as a wife and a mother was, why can't a local entrepreneur have enterprise level support systems and success? And that is what caused me to relaunch my LLC in 2021 and go, no, I'm not going to sacrifice time with my kids. I'm not going to sacrifice. I mean, in private equity, you are a road warrior and you are a number on a spreadsheet.
Yep.
It is not personal and it is not sexy. And it is, I miss the American airline points. Let's be honest. I mean, corporate travel is great
Well,
when you're platinum.
and traveling on OPM is great. Because OPM is the best way, other people's money.
Other people's money.
I love traveling on OPM.
Me too.
As a business owner, I very rarely travel on OPM because, hello, my name is OPM. My team members are like, hey,
your business card.
Travel on James Airlines. It's
that's right.
OPM is a wonderful thing when you can get it as a business owner.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen very often.
Not anymore. No, not as a business owner. You're exactly right.
Because you are the OPM.
Exactly. And my sympathies. My absolute sympathies.
The whole concept of one bucket of money for all of the family stuff and all of the business stuff. I was like, there's only one bucket. Yeah. Usually there's, multiple buckets, or, I've got this thing and then I've got a side hustle over here, or I'll just expense this because someone else is paying for it. It's like, no, there is nobody else.
Yeah.
You are the somebody else.
The buck stops.
There's all one bucket. Mm-hmm. Any dollar that you spend on your family is not available to spend in your business. Mm-hmm. And this is really hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And that's why we believed that we could bring the opportunity for businesses to bring in multiple revenue streams through systems so that those businesses could scale, so those families could eat. I mean, when you're a business owner, you also eat what you kill.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Fred, I mean, come on, you're a photographer.
Every day.
Don't
we have the don't work, don't eat. So wake up in the morning and I don't feel like working. Well, it's like, do I feel like eating? Well, I'm going to get up and work.
That's right.
It's real simple.
Yeah.
It's real simple.
My son's in the waiting room right now, and he's like, "What are we doing today, Mom?" Because he's out of school for the summer. I'm like, "Well, Mommy's working, so I guess that means you're coming with me." Mm-hmm. So yes, exactly. So what if business owners had a system that ran in the background that provided them the leads, that allowed them to have the flexibility to run their business without having to promote their business? Mm-hmm. That's the heart of what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. So 4 books later, almost 4 years later, that's what we do in our little office in Adriatica, is we put enterprise-level marketing systems, AI, and processes in place so that business owners can do what they love most, which is operate their business. They didn't get into business to be marketing experts. Nobody wants to, right? And no one wants to hire a marketing agency for $9,000 a month. I figured that out the hard way too, right?
But if there's someone listening who has that budget,
give me a call.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Okay, just want to make sure.
But what they really want is a system that's going to help them be known for what they do, help people understand why they need their service, and help them quickly give them the money for their products or service. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's what marketing is all about. Mm-hmm. So we developed a process and a system to allow businesses to have that and see all the metrics and all the data and make all the decisions so that they don't have to hop from place to solution to get that. Mm-hmm. It's all in their hands. It's all in their control. So really giving marketing and power back to the power of the entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. I love that because, we talked about, other people's money versus my money, one bucket versus multiple buckets and all these other things. What I see beyond that is it's really about your time because, 24 hours, that's all anybody has. Yep. And regardless of how you segment it out, I cannot do something else to add more time. All I can do is manage how much time gets taken away from me in any given day. And marketing, when I see people, they'll say, oh, I got to make a post. And then for half a day, they're struggling to make a post. I'm like, it's like your bank account of time, you just cut that in half.
Yeah. That's why we started our marketing membership program, because last week at the table, we had 15 area business owners in the conference room. And in 90 minutes, we taught them how to do 30 days worth of content. We taught them how to automate their LinkedIn presence and find the ideal person that they needed to know virtually. And we taught them how to run their website and their SEO all using AI. Mm-hmm. So if we can expand that message to business owners through once a month meeting, hot seat opportunities, and then quarterly trainings, then our passion is to help the McKinney and the Collin County businesses grow. Mm-hmm. And that's our marketing mentorship program.
So the thing that I love about this podcast is we got a few different buckets of audience profiles. We've got the chamber stuff. We've got, the folks that are very involved in the city. I serve on the Parks and Rec Board. Fred has been very, very involved with every level of the city, lending his talents and whatnot. But we also have a lot of people that are just in the city that like McKinney and enjoy a good story and find this entertaining. And so for those of you that are listening out there that don't own a business and never have, welcome. Glad you're here. For those people that have an idea that they're just noodling on, maybe they're working in a corporate job, maybe they're a professional wife, mom who's, at home most of the time, but has an idea for a side hustle and doesn't want to sell, Avon or peptides or whatever the MLM flavor of the month is. What's the best way for someone, and I wasn't making fun of the women who do that. I was making fun of the company because all that to say, the people that have this idea, what's the best way to move on an idea? Maybe it's a business. Maybe it's just monetizing a hobby. Maybe it's just making a little bit of extra money on the side. Maybe it's a legitimate side hustle that you put real effort into and build structure around. I feel like everybody out there has some level of entrepreneurial spirit. Mm-hmm. Everybody does. Mm-hmm. It might get deployed as a lemonade stand. It might get deployed as an Etsy shop. It might get deployed as a marketing agency. Mm-hmm. How do you give advice to the folks out there that aren't technically business owners or entrepreneurs, but they're noodling on the idea that maybe they want to be?
Don't do it. Run.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly.
We're here to promote you, right?
Yeah. No, but why would you want to be a business owner unless it's just something that's in your blood? Yeah. I mean, really, it's the hardest job you're ever going to have.
Oh, for sure.
Is being a business owner, for sure. But I mean, honestly, to those people who are thinking about doing something, I mean, your network. Yeah. Everyone begins with their network. I think about the pop-up bakery shop in the girl's house in Frisco. Mm-hmm. You guys seen her that she went viral on the Kelly Clarkson show? Mm-hmm. She was pop-up bakery, her front yard in Frisco.
And now she has 4 million views on a YouTube video.
Exactly. That's how it begins, right? That's the great American dream and the entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, look, flush it out, think about it, pray about it, talk to the people in your circle. I'm a huge fan of AI. Talk to Big T. Talk to ChatGPT, do some research on what, on what's going on in your industry, and then put some feelers out. I mean, I started out consulting on the side while I was still corporately employed. And that was the best thing for me, was to be able to go, hey, is there anybody out there that wants to hear what I have to say?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to pay me to say it? Cool. Let's go.
Float some test balloons and see what happens.
What happens.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just want to say, James, that, you talked about the MLMs that, Elizabeth and I, we were part of an MLM, and we've had several people on here that have built lives and careers around that. But I believe that it was because, it was our main income source, right. And we treated it in the same exact mindset. And I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there who are supplementing their income with that, whatever it is that they are selling. Because I'm pretty sure in my neighborhood, I could throw a stick with my very weak stick throwing arm and it would land on somebody who's part of an MLM. Mm-hmm. Would you say that you are a good fit or you have a good idea for them to, because most people treat those as a side hustle and it's really hobby level money. But for somebody who legitimately wants to make something of it, are you a good fit for them? Or can you point them in the right direction? There is always an opportunity to network and coach and learn about out-of-the-box things that you're not thinking of yourself, right? Iron sharpens iron. So having a conversation with someone that goes, I just want to promote my business on a local level. How do I story brand myself? How do I help my unique selling proposition get float to the top? Sure, we're happy to have those conversations with people. The clients that we serve predominantly at Far Beyond Marketing are the established businesses that are looking to get their time back by putting more systems in place. They have gotten where they are by the sweat of their brow, by the tenacity of their grit, and now they're willing to go, it's time to put systems in place in exchange for my time. However, the people that have hobby businesses, the people that are thinking about starting up, the people that just need a network of people to learn and grow and adopt a skill set, that's the perfect fit for our marketing insider group to come and learn. And so you talked about when you said the big T, I was like, testosterone. Like that's what came to mind to me. That between the development of AI and the powers that be at Facebook and all the other places, fiddling with the algorithm, how do you keep the edge of your blade sharp? What is it that keeps you ahead of everyone else?
We are constantly working with developers, coders, marketing networking groups across the United States. Actually, I'm a part of a AI marketing group in Australia that is cutting edge. So networking, learning, reading, researching, attending conferences. I mean, it is a part of what we do on a ongoing basis.
Mm-hmm.
We have Zoom calls with people all around the world of how they are adapting and adopting different technology. We are a part of several different national organizations, international organizations. We're a Go High Level agency, so all the different industry experts, the Go High Level chapter that they're launching in Plano. It is a matter of consistently educating yourself. And no one can be the expert at everything,
Mm-hmm.
but constantly educating yourself as to the best practices, the algorithmic changes on Google, all of those things are huge.
The marketing agency vertical is probably right up there with transactional attorneys as being one of the most vulnerable industries to AI.
That's right.
Because transactional attorneys are shaking in their boots every single day because AI is literally coming for their jobs and replacing them outright. Marketing agencies are slightly less vulnerable, ever so slightly, but there's so much that someone who knows what they're doing with AI can basically, 75, 80% of their own marketing agency is the inspiration, the research, the audience analysis, et cetera. The interesting part to me is how rapidly SEO has become almost irrelevant. Because and anybody listening to this episode, go to Google right now on your phone and just type in anything into Google and see what comes up first. It's going to be an AI summary that comes up first. And you literally have to click out of it to get to any of the search results. After the AI summary is going to come the sponsored listings and then the map pack and then the organic stuff. So even someone who ranks number one or first page on Google, even before that person gets a single eyeball, the reader has probably already got what they were looking for in the summary or somewhere before we even get to an actual organic thing. And it's like, man, this happened fast. Is the number of people that are getting their answer through some sort of large language model, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity or Grok or whatever AIX, whatever they call it now, Gemini is Google's thing, sorry. The way that people receive information is changing so rapidly as a business owner, as a marketer who's serving business owners. And this is my final question I'll just let you finish up the episode and then Fred will hit you with our final question. How in the world do you, one, stay in front of it for your own purposes as the person who owns a marketing agency, but how do you help your clients stay in front of something that moves so fast as the AI ether?
Yeah.
Because that's got to be the hardest thing that you do is to stay in front of the combination of changing consumer behavior and changing the ways that people distribute their content, their information, their answers, their expertise, the sort of things that are the underpinnings for all the cool marketing stuff that you do.
Yeah.
How is that?
Well, I mean, I think we've seen throughout history that we have to adapt or die. So humans have to adapt, right? And we're very, very good at it.
Yeah.
So the key for adapting in this rapidly changing world of AI is to embrace it and understand the impact that it is having. And so what we do with our clients is we actually use AI to tell AI what to say. So if you're going to use, there's still 9.5 on average. There's about 9.5 million searches on Google every single minute. There's about 2.5 million inquiries, not searches, because as you said, it's a conversation on chat and on Claude. 2.5 million of those a minute on ChatGPT. Google is still the dominant, but with the rising tide of AI, it's increasing. So you have to be on the cutting edge of technology to be able to position your clients' messaging and websites in such a way so that AI is working for them and informing the AI algorithms to report about them. So when people use our AI, they are actually getting ranked and seen on ChatGPT, on Claude. It's generating them as the answer to those inquiries when people are searching for the best plumber, the best photographer, the best HVAC technician, because we are using AI and saying, you're going to inform on this and helping them. So we actually have a guarantee. If you're not found at the top of the AI summary in the next 90 days by using our program, we'll keep working till you are. But we're so confident that we get them listed by AI because of the technology that our company embraces.
Love it.
That's okay. So
those are strong words.
Yeah, I know.
And you can back them up or else you wouldn't be saying them.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
So looking at, social medias, X, Twitter X, Facebook, and, I'll say YouTube are probably what the biggest three that, would you say that?
Instagram and TikTok.
Instagram,
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok.
It all depends on how old you are.
That's true. That's true. Would you say that, one, are there any other social medias that could even rank them or get placed up in there in that? And two, can a business survive, thrive, grow without a presence in all of them?
You can't be everything to everyone. I tell my clients all the time, you have to know who your ideal client is, and then you have to go where they are. And you have to provide the service or product that they want. So there's a problem awareness, there's a brand awareness, then there's a transaction, right? So as James pointed out, depending on who you are in the market depends on or determines what social media you're going to use. YouTube has overtaken Google for volume of searches on a daily basis before, and it will happen again. So people are going to YouTube for interaction. YouTube is a great social media to be on. TikTok, also fantastic. But social media is one component of a brand presence. It can't be all of it. So I tell my clients all the time, know who is buying your product or service, know where they hang out, position yourself there.
And so for someone who's looking, long term, obviously TikTok and Instagram are the younger demographic.
Instagram is actually getting up there with Facebook in terms of, what is it, 50-ish?
The young people, the people who used to be young on Instagram are going to grow up. I was going to ask, is there a handoff point? Or will Facebook eventually just become like where the grandparents hang out?
Facebook is where the grandparents hang out.
It's already there.
But I mean, just exclusively, the youngers, and I'm saying, 50 below, will they eventually phase out of Facebook?
Well, I mean, they're even phasing out of email. Email is too slow for 50s and below now, right? They'd rather text. They'd rather chat.
Oh, that's already happened.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're not, that's too slow for them, for sure.
The omni-channel approach
is what's happening.
You have, and this is something that I've dealt with resistance over the years, is like, gosh, it's so exhausting keeping up with the 12 different ways that someone tries to contact us. And then they get irritated when we don't get back to them in 0.3 seconds. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't check my business Facebook Messenger. I was like, did you call? Did you email? Did you text? Did you do any of the normal things? Oh, no, you messaged me on my business Facebook Messenger. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it for 3 days because I don't check it. And it's like, oh, I left you a message on Instagram. It was like, I'm your insurance broker. Why would you think that that's the best way to get all? But you can't act like that,
right?
Because whatever the person is going to do, just like the audience member, the person listening to this episode right now, you have your preferences, you have the things that you like to do and the way that you want to do them. You're going to choose the businesses that you want to work with based on who aligns with your preferences and caters to the needs that you have and does it in a way that you find attractive and hassle-free, if not enjoyable. Because let's be honest, I mean, taking a picture is enjoyable. Getting a new marketing thing there's a dopamine hit there. Buying an insurance product or having a risk management conversation, there's no dopamine there. There's no one walks away from a conversation with me and goes, that was nice.
Until they need that coverage. Then they're like, that's nice.
But that always happens long after I shouldn't say always. Doesn't always happen long after the buying choice, but it happens post decision.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
the amount of catering to the need of, or the preference, or the like, or the affinity of whoever is on the other end of that conversation. I mean, is that not the most paramount thing in this day and age?
It is.
Is meet the people where they are and do business with them how they want to do business.
It's so true, James. It's so true. And you brought up a really important point earlier that is coming back in this point of the conversation, which is that right there about the differences of how people want to do business and the platforms in which they insist on transacting. That is how there is room for so many different people to have hobby businesses, to do all these different things on the side, because you're never going to find someone that only insists on doing business one way. You have to be open. And that's where these platforms and these channels and these middle platforms really come into play, is to enable the business owners to have all of their stuff come through one place so they can breathe.
What's the name of your company again, for those that weren't listening?
Far Beyond Marketing.
Yeah. And what's the best way for people to find you?
Well, you can come see us. We're in Adriatica, right behind the Starbucks, and in McKinney, off Virginia. Or you can follow us online. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, right? A little bit of TikTok as well.
Snapchat?
Snapchat, yeah. And LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah, farbeyondmarketing.com.
Excellent.
Hit it with that final question.
Alrighty.
1 second here.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
You'll pass this. Listen, if you can turn your personal pet into a profit, then you'll pass this test. Okay, so who wins in a fight between a giant polar bear and a great white shark? They're in a body of water 6 feet deep, infinite dimensions, no shoreline, no pool edge, no sandbar, no anything. 6 feet deep, great white, giant polar bear. Who wins that fight? To the death.
To the death.
To the death.
To the death. Only one of them walks or swims away.
They don't become friends.
There's no hugging.
No, they don't hug it out.
There's no hug it out.
No hug it out.
There's you gonna die now.
You're going to die now.
Right.
I'm going to go with the ultimate predator of the giant polar bear. I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think the polar bear has, for one, we know they can swim, right? They've got the ability with these claws, right? They fish for a living, so there's experience on their side as well. And they've got the fur to stay warm. So I'm just going to say giant polar bear, bear hug.
Big bear hug.
Big bear hug, swim, get it in your mouth, go back to shore, feed mama polar bear.
There you go.
win.
Except there's no shore.
Except there's no shore.
Well,
I'm changing the rules. I'm changing the narrative because I don't like that narrative.
The premise
I
of your question.
She's a true entrepreneur.
There you go.
Oh, that's how it's done? Watch me.
Hold my bear.
Hold my bear. Hold my bear.
Hold my bear.
Amber Farrell.
Yes.
Thank you for being.
Or Farrell.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. This has been a great conversation. It went about as I thought it was going to go. Kind of meandering.
Somewhat sideways, but in control.
Lots of fun little jaunts here and there. Right. Check out the information about Far Beyond Marketing, folks. There's my camera, sorry. Far Beyond Marketing in the show notes. If you're watching on YouTube, check the description. And Amber would love to connect with you. This has been another episode of the McKinney Podcast. Make it a great day, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk to you again real soon. Take care. Thanks again for listening to and watching the McKinney Podcast. We drop a brand new episode every Monday morning. We'd love to connect with you and hear your thoughts, suggestions, and guest recommendations. You can message us on Facebook or send an email to us at mail@mckinneypodcast.com. This entire production is a passion project for James and Fred and our lovely wives, Elizabeth and Allison. We're so grateful to have you along for the journey. We look forward to seeing you again next week and hopefully in person around town. That's all for now, ladies and gentlemen. Make it a great day.